Right, so one thing in geography is that you can draw diagrams instead of just writing all your whole essay. So use this as an advantage. This example is looking at colonization of England over India and how it's impacted India's development and made it worse off than the US. So here we have Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, which all used to be part of India under the British rule. All right? We have a big arrow saying all resources are going to England, okay, and England has colonized India. All right? So when the British were in control, they gutted India's resources for their own gain, did not invest that money back into India's education, healthcare, and infrastructure. So some of those resources that they took were spices, wood, and minerals. This meant that in 1947, a very important year, this is when India became independent from England. They had to start from scratch, right? They had no more resources, and they didn't benefit from any of the money from all the resources they used to have. This put them at a disadvantage from the very beginning. During the uprising for independence, the British decided to divide the Hindus and the Muslims against each other. Okay? And they were hoping that they would divide the two, which would stop them from actually uniting and separating and taking England out. The problem was that the Muslims ended up leaving India to form their own country, okay, which was Pakistan and West Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh. And when the two countries separated from India, right, it meant their resources, okay, did not go to India. So once again, India lost out on valuable resources from Pakistan and Bangladesh. Okay. The other problem is India and Pakistan, because of their religion, okay, the Muslims and the Hindu, they don't like each other, and they fought many wars against each other. And of course, war is really bad for development. It wastes a lot of resources, and it sets development back many years. One of the problems with being such a young country, only roughly 70 years independence, is that every time you make a mistake, it sets you back and it makes it harder and harder to become more and more developed. We know in India that there's a... Okay, so finally, here's the process. Lack of resources through colonization of India means that there's lack of money because they don't have any resources to trade. And without resources to trade, the government can't reinvest that money, okay, into healthcare, education, and infrastructure. And all of this leads to a lack of development.
Did you get that? Are you listening?